Hi students. First of all, I am welcoming you all to the 8th class. Today, let us begin the first chapter for 8th class, that is crop production and management. Okay students? Okay. As you know students, all the living organisms require food. So, they can depend on plants. Why? Because plants can make their own food. So, all the living organisms depend on plants. So, animals including human cannot make their own food. So, where do animals get their food from? Do you know students? Yes, they get food from plants. In order to provide food for a large population, regular production, proper management and distribution is necessary. Okay students, to provide food for this much of population, there will be a necessary of regular production of food, its proper management and its distribution. Okay, so here crop. Till 10,000 BCE, people were nomadic. They were wandering in groups from place to place in search of food and shelter. They are eating raw fruits and vegetables and started hunting animals for their food. Later, they could cultivate land and produce rice, wheat, and so many other crops. Thus, the agriculture was born. Okay, students. Then, what is crop? When plants of same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called crop. What is crop? When plants of same kind. Okay students, plants of same kind are grown and they are cultivated at one place in a large scale, that is known as crop. For example, crop of wheat, which means that all plants grown in a field are that of wheat. That is, wheat is called as a crop. Wheat, paddy, maize. Okay, these are the various crops. India is a vast country. The climatic conditions like temperature, humidity, and rainfall vary from the region to another region. Accordingly, there is a rich variety of crops grown in different parts of the country. Despite this diversity, two broad cropping patterns can be identified. So, there are two broad cropping patterns according to the season. They are, one is Kharif crops and another one is Rabi crops. The crops which are sown in the rainy season are called Kharif crop. The rainy season in India is from June to September. The crops which are grown in between June to September, that is in rainy season, that all the crops are said to be Kharif crops. For example, paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut, cotton and etc. These are the some of the Kharif crops which are grown in the rainy season, that is between June to September. Okay students. Then the second one is Rabi crops. Rabi crops, the crops which are grown in winter season are called Rabi crops. Their time period is generally from October to the March. The crops which are grown in between October to March, that is In winter season, they are said to be Rabi crops. For example, wheat, gram, pea, mustard, etc. These are the some of the Rabi crops. Okay, students, on the basis of season, there will be a broad classification of crops. Okay, there are two broad categories. One is Kharif and another one is Rabi crop. Okay, students, if the crops which are grown in a rainy season, that are said to be Kharif crops, and which are grown in winter season, they are known as Rabi crops. Understood, students? Okay. Yes. There are some basic practices of production of crop. Okay. Basic practices of production of crops. Cultivation of crop involves several activities. If we are going to cultivate some crops, it involves several activities. These activities are referred as basic practices, okay, or agricultural practices. Cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by farmers. Undertaken by farmers. The activities or tasks are referred as agricultural practices. They are preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting and storage. There are 7 major practices which are involved in the crop production. These are the 7 basic practices. Which are those? One is preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting, and the last one is storage. Last one is storage. So let us discuss about the first agricultural practice, that is preparation of soil. So this is the basic practice. The preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. This is the first step. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. Okay, what we have to do in the first step is preparation of soil. What we have to do? We have to turn the soil and loosen it. This, why we have to loosen or turn the soil? Because it allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. The loose soil allows the roots to breathe easily even when they go deep into the soil. Okay, students, why we have to loose the soil? Because it allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil, and also it allows to breathe easily. The loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. This loosened soil allows the growth of earthworm as well as many microbes which are present in the soil. These organisms are friends of the farmer, since they further turn and loosen the soil and humus to it. Okay, students, what is the role of earthworm? As you know, students, earthworm is called as friend of farmer. Okay, what does it do? It can loosen the soil and as well as it add humus to it. Since only a few centimeters of top layer of soil supports plant growth, turning and loosening of soil brings the nutrient rich soil to the top so that plants can be use the nutrients. Thus, turning and loosening of soil is very important for cultivation of crops. The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tilling or plowing. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called tilling or plowing. This is done by using a plow. This is an instrument. This is an instrument which is known as plow. Okay, students, which is used for loosening the soil. These plows are made up of wood or iron. If the soil is very dry, it may need watering before plowing. If the land which has to be cultivated if it is dry, it needs to be water before plowing. The plowed field may have big clumps of soil called crumbs. It is necessary to break these crumbs. Leveling the field is beneficial for sowing as well as irrigation. Leveling of soil is done with the help of leveler. Okay, students. Sometimes, okay, what is flow here? This is being used since ancient times for tilling the soil, adding fertilizers to the crops, removing the weeds and turning the soil. What is the role of plow here? It is used from the ancient days, which is used for tilling the soil and adding the fertilizers, for removing weeds and turning the soil. Okay, this plow is made up of wood or iron and is drawn by a pair of bulls or other animals. Okay, you can see here, which is in turn by bulls or other animals like horse or camels. It contains a strong triangular iron strip called plowshare. This is plowshare. The main part of the plow is a long log of wood, which is plow shaft. Which is plow shaft. So you can observe here. This is plow shaft. This one is plowshare. Okay. There is a handle at the one end of the shaft. The other end is attached to the beam, which is placed on the bull's neck. Okay. One pair of bulls and a man can easily operate the plow. To operate the plow, there will be a need of one pair of bulls and a man. So by this you can use or operate the plow easily. So students, you can observe here, this is the wooden plow and this one is the iron plow. In olden days, the people were using the wooden plow, but in nowadays people are using iron plow. Okay, students. The indigenous wooden plow is increasingly being replaced by an iron plow. Okay. So, hoe. It is another agricultural implement for tilling and plowing. It is a simple tool which is used for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. It has a good long rod of wood or iron. A strong, broad and bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its end. Works like a blade. It is pulled by animals. So this is the hoe, one of the agricultural implement. And next one is cultivator. Nowadays, plowing is done by a tractor driven by a cultivator. The use of cultivator saves labor and also the time. Okay students, you can see here the cultivator. This is the cultivator. Hope you all seen the tractor which is used for cultivating the land. Understood students? Okay. This is the first step of agricultural practice of production. And the second step is sowing. Sowing is an important part of crop production. Before sowing, good quality, clean and healthy seeds of good variety are selected. Farmers prefer to use seeds which give high yield. This is the second step of agricultural practice. So before going for sowing of seeds, farmer selects good quality, clean and healthy seeds. Okay. And healthy seeds. Here selection of seeds. This is the how farmer can select seeds for sowing. Okay, what we have to do here is we have to take a beaker and fill half of it with the water, and we have to put a handful of wheat seeds and stir well and wait for some times. You can observe here, are there seeds which float on water or all the seeds sink at the bottom? Yes, the damaged seeds become hollow and are thus lighter, so they can float on water, and the healthy seeds are heavier, so they can settle or sink at the bottom. Okay students, by this method you can separate good healthy seeds from the damaged ones. Understood students? By this method you can separate or you can select the good healthy seeds for sowing. Before sowing, one of the important tasks is to know about the tools which are used for sowing of seeds. The tools which are used for sowing of seeds, one is traditional tool. The tool used traditionally for sowing seeds is shaped like funnel. Okay, funnel shaped tool, that is traditional tool. The seeds are filled in the funnel, passed down through the 2 or 3 pipes having sharp ends. These ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. So students, you can observe here, it has a funnel and it has a 2 to 3 pipelines. The seeds from funnel to land, they can pierce into the soil and place seeds there. This is one of the traditional method of sowing of seeds. Seed drill. Okay, nowadays the seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. This tool sows the seeds uniformly at proper distances and depths. It also ensures that seeds get covered with the soil. So observe this picture. This is the tractor which is used for drilling the seeds in the soil. Seed drill. This is the modern method, and this one is the traditional method of sowing. Traditional method of sowing. So this is the second method, that is sowing of seeds. Students, hope you understood the today's class, that we have discussed about what is crop, what are the basic practices of production. In that, the two steps, the first one is preparation of the soil, and the second one is sowing of seeds. And the other basic practices of production will be discussed in the next class. Until then, watch the video end. Thank you, students.